Yeah. Yo.
So
What's going on?
it's study time. I've got some studies
Go on then.
that I've been looking at. And there's a study that finds women are more attracted to men that have a big belly. It's a new behavioral study suggests that women find men with bigger bellies more attractive.
Okay.
For what though?
Did they?
What are they finding them more attractive for? More attractive as a long-term partner? More attractive to have intercourse with? What?
What do you think?
I think they see them as a more stable long-term partner.
Okay.
I don't think they actually find them more attractive. I think they find them
Physically attractive.
Yeah, physically attractive. Yeah. I think they find them, or they assume that they are more secure and have, and they're more likely to have a successful relationship with.
Why?
I think naturally and I think it's quite smart actually if a woman can see that in one aspect, because a lot of the time they're chasing these guys that look a certain way, act a certain way, and that are not even willing to settle down. So if you can acknowledge that, okay, maybe a guy that's a little bit more relaxed in himself can potentially be more stable, I guess you're trying to navigate a long-term relationship.
Right.
So I kind of respect it in some aspects. Not always going to be the case, but yeah, I find it really interesting. I
got three things that come to mind straight away.
Go on.
One, primitively, having a big belly was a sign of wealth.
Yeah.
Because back in the day when you were hunting,
Yeah.
you didn't eat well.
Yeah.
So people that had big bellies showed that they had money.
Yeah.
Money in the form of food. They had provisions, not money. They showed they had provisions.
So you think that's an old school thing? A survival kind of instinct?
Maybe. Like some women like big shoulders and big arms. Don't mean the guy can do shit. How
But
many
he looks
bodybuilders
more
we know can't do shit?
It's true. But they look more...
But they look like they can do shit.
Yeah, they look more like protective.
They look like they can do shit. They look like they can climb something or throw a spear at something or beat up a bloody wildebeest. They can't do shit. Some of these guys are made out of glass, but it looks it. Same with women. We might like women with big boobs or big hips because it looks nurturing.
Yeah, I don't believe that though. That's mad. To say that a woman has big boobs or big hips and she's more childbearing, that's weird. Where do you get that information from?
It gives a nurture, because usually when you had women that were really skinny, it's harder for them to give birth sometimes, isn't it? When women have got wide hips.
I need to look into that.
Look at these tiny little girls. They have a hard time having babies, don't they?
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's
Sometimes.
Sometimes. It's different now because it's different.
Because I think there's a lot of larger women that struggle to have babies. So for me, it's like...
There's a lot of guys with big muscles who can't do shit.
Yeah.
But it's the implication of it.
Yeah.
So having big shoulders and big arms implies you can protect and implies you can provide. It doesn't mean it does. It means it. It just implies it.
For me, I think if this study... Within this study, I'm sure that women were thinking of a long-term partner.
Which is one, the money, right?
Yeah. And they're thinking, okay, long-term partner. And they also think, who's going to give me less stress? Who's going to give me... And I also feel that when men are a little bit weighty, I think women feel... I think sometimes women actually do feel the protection side of things as well, because they're big.
Okay.
Yeah. And I also feel that they're more comfortable with putting on weight themselves.
That was my second point.
Yeah.
Women sometimes feel more secure around bigger guys. It's not that if a guy with a big belly makes them feel a little bit less insecure about their belly.
Yes, because then they know that, like, I think if you're around a guy with a six-pack all the time and he's always going to the gym, and there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. And as a woman, you might be able to keep it up for a certain amount of time, but then you start having children, etc. Things get difficult.
So you think they don't necessarily find it attractive, they're just doing it because it's easier for them. So they convince themselves that it's attractive.
I think there may be some attractive traits. As I said, I definitely think that when men are big, just naturally big, I think women do still see that protective side of things.
Yeah.
Right. Some women would rather a big, slightly chubby guy over a slim, really muscular guy.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because he puts clothes on, he still looks puny.
So he takes his clothes off.
But you have to take the clothes off. So what is everyone seeing?
Your woman is going to see you more without your clothes on, though.
Your woman is, but what about everyone else? And
So
we
you
know
think it's
we
important-
already know that it's important about how
other people view it.
Right.
Same with men with their women.
100%.
So this is so that was my second point as well. We were thinking the same. Here's my other point. Did they ask women this? Was this a survey where they asked women?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to anything women say. Because what women say and what women actually go for is two different things.
And this is the thing. So when I saw the study, I'm like, there's way more to it.
I never listen to what
There's
women
way more to it than what was said. They're thinking like, I can imagine them asking, and then women are starting to ask the questions.
Yeah.
Is this for long term or is this for fun? Is this for blah,
men
blah,
would
blah?
ask the same as well.
100%.
If they say, would you like the girls with the big lips and the big bum and the BBL? It's like, what? Wife or...
I agree.
But I think with women, with people in general, but certainly with women, I don't listen to a word they say. And I teach my staff this as well. Like when we teach customers and that, I'm like, don't listen to anything anyone says. Watch what they do.
100%.
Because talking is free. Me and you sit here and talk for free. It takes two guys with a mobile phone. We sit here and talk for free, right? Talking is free. Action costs.
Speaks a lot louder,
Action
man.
costs. Costs something. Costs your time, costs your energy, costs your money. Do you know what I mean? Talking's free. So I don't listen to what anyone says. I watch what they do because people will talk all day long.
And we've spoken about this
many times
with women and their preferences.
Many times.
And what their actions show
Many times.
is not what they're actually looking for in a
100%.
man. Yeah, you're not going to get that kind of guy. With
And also, I just want a
behaviour.
nice guy. No, you don't.
No.
I had this with a woman the other day. She's like, I just want a nice guy. And it's like, there's loads of them. Loads of them. There's nice guys serving you at Asda, serving you in the supermarket, serving you in the chicken shop, driving your Uber. Loads of nice guys. If that's all you want, there's loads of it. So obviously that's not all you want. Because it's good if he's a nice guy as a bonus, but really he's got to be... he's got to have charisma about him. He's got to be confident. He's got to have a personality. You need to find him physically good looking.
It's not
he
just
needs to
black
have
and
something
white.
about him. If it was just about, but women won't say that. Women will be like, I don't care about all that. I just want someone who's nice, who's kind. Loads of guys. The problem is those guys earn 30 grand a year and they work in a warehouse and they're boring as hell because good men are boring. Good men are boring. I had this conversation with my wife the other day. My wife's family, they're always like, he's so, they love me up and I love my in-laws, right? My in-laws are a big Mediterranean Latin family, right? So everything's loud. You know them, you've met them. Everything is loud and everything is lovely and emotional and loving, right? And they love me and they think I'm so much fun. I'm like, you see me maybe 10 times in a year, right? If you think about it, I'll maybe go out with my wife a couple of times a month. That's 30 times a year. Right? And everyone thinks, oh, he's so fun and he's so great and wow, it must be so fun to be with him. I'm like, my wife has it hard because 30 days of the year is 10% of the year. There's 365 days in a year. That's 10% of the year. The other 90%, I'm working. I'm working. I'm boring as hell. My wife barely sees me. We're like ships in the night. Do you know what I mean? We don't even...
Can be like that
And not
sometimes.
even in a mad way. Me and my wife don't even sleep together a lot because I'm working nights, she might be working... You know what I mean? It's hard for us just to get time to be together. So the other 90% of the year, I'm not all excited and fun and lovely. You see me on a couple of family occasions, a couple of birthdays, and suddenly you think living with me is like one big holiday. It's not. Good men are boring, man. We're boring. We work. What are you doing? Working. What are we doing today? Where are you? 600 miles away from fucking home? Working. What am I doing? A 30-hour day after I just done a 48-hour day 2 days ago. Done a 48-hour day, bit of sleep, get up again, a 30-hour day. And that's good men though, because everything we're doing is to provide for our wives. And that's it. It's boring. So when women say, I just want someone that's kind men are boring. So when women say, I want someone with a belly, that's cool. But you're still going to be lusting after Chris Brown when you're watching his fucking
100%.
music videos, and you're still going to be if you turn up at some whatever concert
100%.
with some guy, you're still going to be wanting to watch all that Magic Mike and stuff. You're still going to be wanting to go and dance with your favourite rapper on the stage.
100%.
But your hubby's got a big belly. Is what they say, innit? There's certain people that you want for a husband and certain people you want for a night.
Yeah.
It's the same for men, same with women, isn't it? What they say, boyfriend dick. Someone's got boyfriend dick. It's a good size, but that's not necessarily what they want when they want to like have a total mad one. I don't listen to anything they say, man. To me, that's all shit. Whenever you survey people, do you know what I mean? Usually, when they talk about what they think, what they want, it's what they think they want. What they actually want is different.
I think they are saying what they want, but for a specific thing.
How many women do you know that go for guys with big bellies?
None.
Right, so what are we talking about then?
And whoever says it, they're chatting.
Yeah, so what am I saying?
Rubbish.
Exactly. So
No one wants a partner with a big belly.
I think they want
They'll settle with a partner with a big belly because some people have big bellies, but no one would
Ideally, if you could design your
no
man.
one would usually go. I don't even think if you could have the perfect, if you could design
Yeah,
your
you're not
partner,
gonna
I don't
have-
think anyone would pick a partner with a big belly. Even if it is a bit of like a fetish.
There's going to be exceptions. But
Even if it is a bit of a fetish, yeah, I don't see someone creating a partner with a big belly.
So this is a point I'm making. When you're saying that is what they want, maybe it's what they think they want or what they think they should want.
I think it's what they
Sometimes
associate the belly with. That's what it is. It's not about the belly. It's about what they associate the belly with.
Do you know what though? We should ask a woman this. We're two guys sitting around talking about it. We should ask women what we think. But I don't know any women who like guys with big belly. And we speak to thousands of women.
And I ain't seen any woman.
No. There's women that say, I don't want a totally ripped six pack and I want a bit of flesh. That I understand. But there's no women that say, oh, I really want a big pot belly.
I've
It's the
also
most
heard
attractive
I would
thing.
rather a guy a bit on the bigger side than too skinny.
Yeah. I get the whole not wanting someone who's totally ripped,
Yeah.
having a bit of meat on them.
Yeah.
But I don't know any women who go, I want a guy with fat belly.
Yeah.
With a fat belly. But maybe we should ask women. So maybe you should comment if you think that we're, because women are very, no, do you know what? All jokes aside, we have a really positive following of women on this podcast, isn't it? Like half our subscribers, half our followers are women, and they're very positive with us. Do you know what I mean? They appreciate our honesty and stuff. But maybe if any of our female viewers, let us know. Do you prefer someone with a big belly, or do you prefer someone a bit more ripped, or somewhere like in between, just like with a bit of meat on them and that? It's a mad one, isn't it? It's like when women say, like we were just saying, when women say they want a kind man, or they want a good man, or they want this, that, and the other. Same with men. They always say they want a good girl, and then when a girl doesn't let them have it, or when they're dating a girl, they leave her and go, no, man, she's too much work. She thinks she's too stush. But then if a girl gives it up to them, then they're like, oh man,
They take advantage of them.
but I don't want her, man. She's a slag. And they start talking about her like that. Oh, she's a slut. It's like, well, hang on. When she doesn't give it to you,
It's a problem.
when she does give it to you, she's not wife material. But you're not prepared to wait for a wife. So you
But
can't
I
have it
think
both
that's
ways.
I think that's guys that don't really know what they want, man.
Do you not think that's people though? Now it's this new generation. They don't
Yeah,
know
because
what
they don't know what they want.
They don't know what, or they think they know what they want, but that's not what they actually go
When
for.
they get it, no, but when they get it, they're like, oh, actually.
And they don't know how to handle it.
And I think people have to realize you're not going to get the perfect person. You're going to get a person that you can adapt with and learn from, as they will with you, and then you become better.
And also,
Not perfect, but better. You become better and you suit better. I don't think anyone is the perfect person.
no, agreed. I think something my sister-in-law said to me, she was like, people bring out different parts of you.
Yes.
So the right person brings out the right part of you, the wrong person brings out the wrong part of you.
And just
And
as...
so it matters. One person's not important, the other person's not important. It's the combination. People say to me, some people see me with my wife, they're like, oh, can you find me someone like you for my insert relative here, sister, daughter, friend, whatever. And I'm like, I'm not a magic pill. It's not like you put me with any woman and they're happy. Because if that was the case, I would have been married when I was 19. Do you know what I mean? Every woman I was with would have been perfectly happy and I would have married them.
But then I think about, you know, like back in the day when people used to get married a lot younger. I think, I'm not saying the relationships always worked, but there was definitely a large number of relationships that they made it work
Because of
based on working together and having to work together because there weren't really any other option. So I know that people can do it, but I think because there's so much option out there, people go, this could work, but I've just seen something over there that is very appealing. I want a little taste of that. Boom, you go into it, you realize something else is not giving in that, and then you're looking elsewhere again. So I think people just more accepting of what they're gonna get and what they're not gonna get, or what they're willing to deal with and what they're not willing to deal with.
Yeah.
And I think they came to that conclusion a lot earlier because they didn't have the options like they do now.
There's a stigma as well, weren't they, to be divorced?
Yeah.
It was a
But
stigma.
now people...
Sometimes they did put up with stuff they shouldn't have. I know people in the comments will say that. That's why women put up with being beaten up and that. Yes, there was that aspect. But there's this narrative kind of now that every marriage before 40 years ago were all unhappy and women were oppressed and the men used to beat their women up and cheat on them and women couldn't leave and women were scared to get divorced. But there's a lot of women that were actually really happy and married, and there was a lot of very happy marriages.
And there's a lot of shit like that still going on now.
Yeah, there's a lot of marriages that were happy. But there was a lot of old couples that are happy.
In fact, it's still happening now, but the people ain't married.
No, that's true. But I know loads of old couples that were really happy together. They loved each other. That they were really loving couples, and that wasn't an exception. So this narrative that all women up until liberation of women and feminism 30, 40 years ago, all women were oppressed, they were in unhappy marriages with these horrible men that used to beat them up. No, there's loads of happy women as well. Like there's loads of happy women that loved their husbands, and they used to be, you see all these cute couples now, you see it on social media, don't they? They've been together for like 70 years and they're like still holding hands, and
that's
that
cute,
happens. That's still a real thing. But they didn't have an option. What was it? I heard a quote from a woman once. They said, how comes it made it work? And they said, in my generation, when something broke, you fixed it, you didn't throw it away. And that's modern things.
That's true.
Who fixes a table now? Who fixes a chair? If your fridge breaks at home, who fixes it? It's so cheap to get a new one. You just chuck it out. It's cheaper to get a new one. You got a £200 fridge. It's cheaper to get a new one than to get an engineer to come out for 200 quid to take a look at it and come and fix it. Just get a new one. So now it's so much easier to throw something away than it is to fix it. Whereas in them days, people, like you said, didn't you say your grandmother used to make clothes? And if your clothes ripped, we used to put patches. Like when I was a kid, if I fell over and got a hole in my trouser, my mum used to put a patch over it, try to make me look cool. But everyone knew it was right in the place where you rip it. You put some little flag patch on it or something. You sew a patch on it. You fixed stuff. You didn't just throw it away. So that's a thing as well at the moment. People are just too quick to throw stuff away. But Warren Buffett said something once, the investor. He said, invest like you could only make 5 trades in your life. If you could only make 5 trades in your life, you'd really research everything thoroughly.
Before you start pulling the trigger all the time,
Do you know what I mean?
That's a good shout.
He said something like that. I could be misquoting him, so don't at me on it. But basically, it was something like that. If you could act like you'd only make like 5 trades or something, it was something along those lines. But the point was exactly, if you knew you only had one shot at marriage, but sometimes that's also a problem, Kicks. I'm saying that like it's a solution, but sometimes that's a problem because you keep waiting, just in case there might be someone better.
Spare opportunities.
Then you don't pull the trigger at all. So there's got to be a balance. It's not just pull the trigger willy-nilly.
What you've got to do is you need to figure out what is the most important for you, what you can deal with, what you can't deal with. I genuinely think the only way you learn that is through dating, though.
Yeah.
You have to have experiences.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. It's difficult, but you do need to have experiences to understand what you actually like, what you don't like, what you need, what you don't need. What are your deal breakers? And what are you actually willing to give? How far are you willing to go?
I think that's all. You know what? I'm a bit the opposite, Kicks. Do you know how I think about it? I think all you should worry about is you and what you can give. Because what you then project, you will attract. If you just worry about developing yourself,
I don't agree with that.
You've got to have deal breakers.
You be this great person, this supportive person. There's people out there that are going to take advantage of you.
You have to have deal breakers. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
but what
you
I'm
have to have
saying-
boundaries, but it's not just about finding out what you like. You have to worry about yourself because too many people are worrying about I want. And no one's actually got, this is what I have to give. How many people do you hear talk about that?
It's true.
I'm saying give focus to that.
But I agree with that.
But you have to have deal breakers. You have to know what you can put up with, what you're not. Otherwise, you're going to go and give this love to someone who doesn't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The focus on what you're willing to give is important, and what you can give is important. But
that's a bit people miss out.
But most people should know what they can give and what they're willing to give. Maybe they don't.
They don't, man.
The problem is though, people need to understand what will be enough to receive, that they need to receive, because people's standards are extremely high. So they're like, I want this, that. Cool. So if that's your standards, that's fine. Leave you on the side. You ain't gonna get no one.
It's unrealistic.
But there's other people that have realistic standards, yeah, but they're willing to give a lot more. Now, I feel like two people that have realistic standards that are willing to give a lot more is the two people that are gonna work the best together.
Do you know what? 2 lessons I got taught early in my life in my 20s, yeah? By women that were older than me by about 20 years. So they were about my age now. They were, to me, they were old at the time, but they were my age now because I was in my 20s. I used to work in corporate. I used to work in an office in London, right? A couple of hundred people working there, majority black women. So I worked with black women for many years, right? And 2 black women older than me gave me the two of the greatest lessons I've learned in a relationship, right? One of them said to me, you're never going to find a 100% man. Ever, or 100% person, man or woman, right? They go, you have to consider anyone over about 70%, you have to give some consideration to. You don't have to be with them, but you need to consider them. Because finding someone that's about 70% perfect
It's decent.
is decent.
That's a 7 out of 10.
It's a 7 out of 10. And no one's a 10, right? So anyone who's about a 7 out of 10...
So really, you're looking at 8 or a 9 out of 10 is 100%, really.
Really, because there's no one that's absolutely perfect. She said to me, the other 30%, you either got to love them for it, you got to ignore, or you got to just hold your tongue. Whenever you get pissed off, you just got to hold your tongue and just bite your tongue. Those are the 3 ways to handle it. Love them for it, just fucking bite your tongue, or just ignore it. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not going to get a 100% person. That was the first lesson. The second lesson I got taught was by another lady. That first one was a Jamaican lady. This one was an African lady, West African lady, I can't remember, I think Ghanaian. And she said to me, and this only works if both of you are on the same page. This doesn't work if it's only one. She said, all you have to worry about in a relationship is giving. You don't have to worry about taking. If you put all your focus in on giving, as long as the other person is putting all their focus in on giving, you never have to worry about taking because you're constantly getting. Because all you're doing is giving and all the other person is doing is giving.
Do you know, it's quite funny that you say that, because in my relationship, I don't really think about the taking. I'm only thinking about the giving.
And she's only thinking about the giving to you. All she thinks about is how can I make your life easier? What can I do for you? She doesn't think about what you're getting. And that's perfect. And that's what she was saying. But it only works obviously if both people are doing. Because if one person's giving, the other person's taking, it don't work. Those 2 lessons I learned in my mid-20s that has stuck with me all these years. Those 2 things those women said over the space of a year, 2 years, whatever, they've always stayed with me, those 2 lessons. One said, just don't, there's no 100% person. Start looking at people that are pretty good, consider them. And one said, as long as you're both on the same page, all you have to think about is giving. You don't have to worry about taking, because the taking will come. You'll get naturally, because all the other person is doing is giving to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's hard to find that. But like I say, people talk about what they want. They don't talk about what they can give. And I find that with a lot of modern women now. I want this, and he's got to be this, and he's got to be that, and he's got to be that. And when you ask them what they give to the table, they give some stupid answer like, I am the table, or whatever, some dumb shit. It's like someone asked me the other day, like, they know so-and-so, they need a man like you. They were saying to me, I need a man like you. And I'm a bit rude sometimes, but I'm not rude in a horrible way. I'm just a bit blunt sometimes. I'm like, yeah, but does a man like me need you?
Oh gosh.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm the greatest guy or whatever, but because I'm not a total scumbag, and some people are just used to total scumbags, the base for men is so low that compared to them, I look like a really good man. But I just consider myself a normal man. You provide for your woman, you don't beat her up, you don't cheat on her, you don't hit her, you don't call her names, you respectful and you're respectful to her parents and whatever. To me, that's basic manners of being a man. I don't consider that. But compared to what they have to deal with, we almost stand out a lot because the standard is so low. But I said to him, it's like, yeah, okay, you might need a man like me, but does a man like me need you?
Yeah, that's mad.
Why would they be with you? What do they get out of it?
Yeah.
What, they get a chance to work with someone who's battered and traumatized? But do you know what I mean? There's a lot of girls out there that I need a man like you, I need a man like you, but I don't need a man like you, darling.
Yeah.
I don't need a man like you.
Well, it's something for them to think about.
Oh, I need a woman like you, sorry. I don't need to be the man for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a madness. But I think we just got I think the moral of the story is don't listen to what anyone says. Just watch what they do, because what people say they want.
It says more than enough.
And what the kind of guy, the kind of men women say they want and they date is totally different from the men that they cry over. Have you noticed?
Yes.
The men they cry over are never nice guys. Do you know what I'm saying? The men they cry over are never nice guys. So
it's because the men that the nice guys are the ones that they're dropping out, and they're probably crying over them.
Because they don't excite them. It's about feelings, isn't it? It's who makes them feel a certain way. But that's another conversation for another day.
Cool.
So.